He felt it when he was doing arm circles before he pitched at the All-Star game. As guys just kind of get loose, and he felt a little something, and he pitched, and, he got through his inning and all. Then I think when he came in here Friday, it was still, he could still feel something, so he wanted to get it checked out. So they did the MRI and all that. It's probably a best-case scenario. I mean, he's going to have to miss a little time, but nothing showed on the MRI or anything, and it's neuritis. And, they'll just put him down till he's asymptomatic, and then he'll start throwing again.
Does the MRI reveal neuritis, like inflammation?
I get, yeah. Yeah, it was just, nothing major or anything like that. So, but it's, enough that it's, you're going to put him down till he's asymptomatic, and then he'll start throwing, and hopefully it's just a brief IL stint.
Sorry to ask for elaboration on this, but did he describe it as like a tingling, a pain, or anything you could describe on kind of what he felt?
Yeah, well, so just something in his forearm, or I don't know. He'll probably be able to describe that better than me. But it was enough that I think it. When he came in Friday, it was like he wanted to get in front of it and make sure it wasn't anything, and so the MRIs and all that were good. But it's enough that you're not going to continue to try and push through it.
Did he get those yesterday?
I'm sorry?
Did he get that yesterday?
No, he got it Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he relieved that it wasn't?
Yeah, I think so, because I think it's obviously it scares you or alarms you, So and I said that's why he wanted to get in front of it and make sure it wasn't anything big or. But it's enough that they want to shut him down for a time, and I say once he's asymptomatic, then he'll start throwing again, and hopefully that's sooner than later.
I guess this is probably a better question for him, but did he say, like, if he felt it before the All-Star game, why did he switch?
I don't think it was enough to not, what, he's just kind of, they do the arm circles, they feel, your arm never feels great, I don't know, but then you could ask him that.
For you personally, was it, you had to deal with a lot of injuries this season, which is just part of the game and they happen. Is it kind of discouraging, obviously, that he was an all-star, but also encouraging that the news could have been far worse?
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. We feel, I'm glad he said something. And I think he's been around long enough now that they're not going to leave any stone unturned. And, but like I say, it was probably the best news out of the MRI that we could get.
That was why you didn't have him pitch today, obviously, just to get.
Yeah, well, we just, push Shell back and because you get a guy like Bryce in here, and it's kind of a freebie, as a 27th man.
You're waiting to find that out.
Yeah.
But and Dodd will pitch and relief.
He's length, today, and, till we use him up.
And you could start him if he doesn't get relief.
I guess, yeah, all those options will be open.
What have you heard about him?
He's doing okay. Yeah, I haven't heard a lot. But, he's been up here, he's experienced, he's coming along in his career, so he's kind of the next man up, pretty much.
Yeah. So you made that, you guys have gone out of your way to keep those other guys healthy at extra rest and all that, and Max got some extra, and he's ends up being the one.
All that extra rest and all that's really good. But if the guy's something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, I think, regardless. But we're gonna do everything we can to check that box to try and give these guys extra rest to get them through.
And this would have happened if you pitched an All-Star game or not, right? It would have happened.
Yeah, no, I don't think that had any bearing. The fact that he pitched, he was on 5 days. He was fully gassed up and everything. It could have been something that probably might have been worse. That if he'd have went out, pitched today, did that, and felt it warming up in the bullpen, and then all of a sudden we had to bang him. So this, if it's going to happen, this might be the best scenario, the way it could happen as far as us as a team.
Anything else? Nothing new on Michael Hurst.
No, just day to day.
What did you hear about Heenan yesterday at Star?
You know what? I haven't had a chance to even look at the game reports yet from yesterday. There's just been so much else going on. So, But I think, you know, and I didn't hear anything bad, which is good. So obviously he came through it well, and there wasn't any physical issues. That's all, you know, as we get him built up, as long as there's no physical issues, and that's going to be good.
And we saw that Nacho Alvarez in a couple of spring training games, and you remarked on his opposite field hits that he had. Did you see this coming, what that kid's doing in triple A?
I know, it's really good. I mean, even I guess he played third base the other day, made a couple of really nice plays, and I've seen highlights of some of the plays at shortstop. I mean, it's just so that's good. You know, glad he's down there doing well. Okay.